Good day, everybody, and welcome to the Glory Reds podcast. It's Don Benito, and today is game day, guys. Woo! Athletic Bilbao versus Manchester United. Let's not even waste time and jump straight to it. There are a couple of things that I'm going to be talking about today. I'm going to be talking about the latest injury boost that we've got at Manchester United. We're going to be talking about Ruben Amorim starting 11 and what he should do. Now, obviously, I'm not a gaffer. Obviously, I am not a coach. So, my team is in no way trying to be disrespectful to my gaffer. I have picked the team based on what I've seen from our players, and I believe that this team that I've picked will be the team that might nick a win, and I'll explain all of that. And then we're going to be talking about Bruno's comments about the Europa League. And also, we are going to be talking about the latest in the transfer market. And without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into it. So first things first, injury boost. Oh, the star boy is back. The star boy is back. Ahmad, the star boy Diallo is back. Now, is he going to start this game? No, he's not going to start. I don't think he's ready. However, according to the press conference from Ruben Amorim, he said that he will be part of the squad, which means, you know, any squad with an Ahmad in it is a good squad. You know what I'm saying? Whether it is 80%, 60%, having an Ahmad in your arsenal is just tick. Another guy that's back from injury, Matthias the Beast Deligt. Yes, Matthias is back. Guys, this is good. This is good. This is really, really good, because you know what happens in these kind of situations? Everybody else is getting fit. We're not getting so many players out injured, and that allows us to field in the strongest team, which also allows us to put the right people in the right positions. And yeah, Dalot is still out, which is cool, because actually I don't mind him being out. In fact, if Dalot was fit, it would have been a headache, to tell you the truth. I honestly believe it would have been a headache, because I feel like the gaffer, because of I don't know what is Dalot's reward system. I don't even know why I said reward system, but I don't know what it is about Delit that gets. I mean, I kind of do know, but I'm just trying to see if I'm not the only one that thinks this. But the sole fact that he is able to remain fit throughout the whole season, or be available more often than not, I guess that is what gives him the go ahead over other players. Now, I don't know if a player is fit, is that good enough reason to play them regardless of the output on the pitch? I don't know if that makes any sense, because I've always had this problem with Delit. I'm like, I get Delit. He doesn't get injured. He is consistent. He doesn't play about. However, when he plays football, it's like, so we can literally do without this player if he's not available. Like, we can do without him. When he's there, he does a job. And the fans that are there that love him, they love him. He does a job. It's finished. But he doesn't leave you shocked or surprised or feeling like, ooh, I want more of Delit. Nah, you don't get that. So with that being said, it's like, okay, Delit has been very consistent for us this season, which I applaud him for that. Now he's injured, right? If he does come back, is he going straight into this team? Like, that's my question. Is Delit going to go straight into this team, like, if he gets fit? That's, for me, I don't think so. I don't think he's in our strongest starting 11. Correct me if I'm wrong. Leave a comment in the below if you disagree or agree with me, but I don't think Delit is in our starting 11, our strongest starting 11. Whether it be next season, whether it was this season, Even if it was the season before, I don't think he fits into our strongest team. He's good. He's always available, and we'll always commend him for that. But other than that, that's so Delot's still out, but Deligt and Ahmad, those guys are going to play from the bench. The gaffer spoke about it. He said that they are available, but it's just going to take some time, and we do need to take care of them. I mean, we've got this first leg, and they've got the second leg coming to Manchester United. We need Ahmad sort of firing as well, because if he starts that game at Old Trafford, it's over. It's over for Athletic Bilbao. It's over. Now, I wanted to talk about the starting 11, because this is actually the main thing of my story or today, the starting 11. Now, Ruben Amorim, since arriving at Manchester United, I have gotten 11 out of 11, like full marks for the starting 11. And obviously that comes from studying your managers, trying to understand what he's all about, how he picks his team, what he says in the press conference. You know, you try to read his mind in a very strange way. And so my starting lineup is as follows. You know, it's like this. And the reason I want my starting lineup to look like this is because against a team that's very consistent, aggressive, and have got some sort of game plan, this is the best team. And I'll tell you for why. Best team in the sense that when it comes to decision making on the pitch, these players will give the right play, will give or do the right thing. Why was I failing to find the words to anyway? Now here's my starting lineup. I don't think he's going to pick it like this. I feel like maybe one or two players, again, as usual, are going to be out from the starting lineup. But if I nail this starting lineup, I'm gonna be happy. I really, because I truly believe this is the team that's going to win us. So based on what we know about our squad, who is injured, who is still fit, who's coming back, it's easy for us to tell and come up with the starting lineup. So my starting lineup is like this. Onana, of course, because you know Onana. Then we've got Yoro, Maguire, and Shaw. I started Shaw because I get the feeling they are trying to put some minutes in his legs. And Luke Shaw, I think Luke Shaw is going to play. It's a weird one, I know. I can't give you any more excuse other than they're trying to get some minutes under his legs. Because I know he looked a little bit shaky, but he's all right. He's a left-footed. Luke Shaw's bananas are crisp. They are needed. Luke Shaw knows how to put a ball into that box from the left side. Rasmus Højlund, Casemiro, even Bruno Fernandes, some of these players are going to benefit from those crosses. So I truly believe that Luke Shaw is going to play in this game. So that's our back line. Maguire, Shaw, and Yoro. And then you move on to the the wing backs. Dorgu and Mazraoui. Dorgu, of course, I mean, would you start Amas? I don't think so, because Amas is a kid, right? You don't want to put so much pressure on the child. He has been good. He had a very good game in the Premier League. But you know what I'm saying? This is something different. Europa, this is a cup we're trying to win. So I'm assuming he's going to put Dorgu. But for me, and please, I don't want you guys to misunderstand me. I like Dorgu, but is it me, or is he also getting these characteristics of Delit, where the decision making sometimes can just be like, and you ask yourself, you're like, but why? Dorgu pass. Dorgu put the cross. More often than not, he does make the right decision. But that moment when he doesn't make the right decision, it's like, oh my God, You just killed it. So those are going to be our fullbacks. And then in the midfield, I think he's going to be playing the pivot of Casemiro and Ugarte. I don't think Bruno's going to play in that position. Why? Why? Ugarte is fit. Casemiro is also fit. Casemiro has been flying under the radar, putting in stellar, elite performances. He's only getting praise now because we are where we are. But if we had been beaten and shat on, then everybody would have been pulling out the pitchforks for Casemiro. And I completely understand. But I don't like this thing of like, you see, for me, which is why you guys know, I always say it in the group, I don't like to criticize Casemiro. The reason why is because I know he's an elite player. He's been there, done that, got the t-shirt and fucked off. This guy knows what it is to be at the highest level. Now, I know the kind of since he signed with Manchester United, I know Casemiro. He's my player. This is what we need to know. We saw how he started under Erik ten Hag, that he needed game time. The first game that he played was absolutely dismal. You saw it. Couldn't run. I mean, I believe even that first game, he must have felt like, damn, is this how the Premier League is this what the Premier League is all about? I need to get my act together. And for the next maybe 4-5 games, maybe even less, I guess he was playing consistently, and he was in that midfield with Eriksen and Bruno. This is Casemiro we're talking about. And then from nowhere, after he starts picking up it's not from nowhere, because he's been playing. That's the thing. He needs the minutes in his legs. He needs to constantly play so that he can get unrusted. He's like an old car. You can't leave the car parked there without turning on the ignition every now and then, getting it warm. You know, if you leave it there, it's gonna rust, and then it's gonna get old, and you know it's gonna be a problem. Casemiro's like that. He's a V12. Well, now he's a V8. He was a V12 before. Now he's a V8. He needs to play. So now we're seeing people are praising him. I'm just sitting there saying, you see, this is why I don't like to criticize him. I know Casemiro. I mean, this guy did at Real Madrid. Like, if you don't deep where this guy comes from and what he has done in football, you will always have a problem with him, with his legs and stuff like that. But look now, people are praising him for that pass, that winning assist. I mean, for me, when that happened, for me, it was just another day. It was a beautiful assist, but I'm like, I expected this from Casemiro. But I go online, everybody's losing their mind. Oh my God, world class. Oh, and I'm like, yo, this is just another Tuesday for Casemiro. Are you telling me that you didn't know that this is what he's all about? You see? So, yeah, that pivot there, for me, it has to be Ugarte and Casemiro, because they're on fire. And you listen to what Ugarte said during his press conference with Ruben Amorim. They asked Ugarte, how is it playing with Casemiro? And you know, you tend to forget, because you look at Ugarte. Ugarte looks like he's been in the game. He's been playing football for the past 20 years. And the guy's only 23. Manu Ugarte is only 23. And then you look at Kase is 33. 32, 33. So there's the big brother, little brother thing. And we talked about this. We brought Manu Ugarte so that he can take over for Casemiro. There are two different profiles, even in their style of play, but they are destroyers. They are the bulldozers. They are those defensive midfielders that cause all sorts of problems, all sorts of havoc for you in that midfield. So they ask him, how is it playing with Casemiro? And he was like, yo, I am learning every day. Every day it is a joy. He's the guy that I speak to the most times. He's the guy that I'm always with. Like, you see it. We are seeing it. So I'm happy with that midfield. So Kase, Ugarte, that's my pivot. Then we're moving into the upper echelons of the table, you know. Then we've got our Magnifico, Bruno. And next to him, I'm putting Kobe Mainoo. You're asking me why? Why not Ghana? I don't want to hear anything about Garnacho. I'm sick and tired of, look, and I don't want you guys to misunderstand what I am saying. I am not shitting on Garnacho. I'm not like, I'm not trying to destroy his aura, or I'm not trying to be that Mancunian, that supporter that's just like, nah, what do you want? He's a kid. I'm not. Understand that I love this kid. I was the one that was saying that Garnacho, based on the performances that he did, he cemented himself into the starting 11. You remember, beginning of the season when so I know a lot of you will forget, but preseason, I told you, it's my thing. I don't forget. But Garnacho preseason, he wasn't there. Why? Copa America. So he came late. So him coming late meant that he wasn't starting games. Ahmad was starting with Rashford and I think Hoyland or Zexi or something like that. But Garnacho wasn't. And what was Garnacho doing? Garnacho was coming off the bench and coming off the right for Ahmad. Not this thing. And then, I don't know, some weirdness happened all of a sudden, and this was during Erik ten Hag. And then all of a sudden, Garnacho starting, Ahmad is benching. Then Garnacho and Rashford start play like it was. Oh, now that I go back and I'm just like, what the fuck? Wow. Anyway, so Garnacho from there, and then he starts playing, and then because I believe Erik ten Hag brought this kid in, he favored Garnacho, and I understand, but it was too much. It came to a point where you're like, look, now you're taking a piss. Even with Rashford, I reached a point, I'm like, what is this nonsense? What is this confusion? This player doesn't look like he gives a damn. This guy is just not it, but he keeps being favored. What's happening? So Garnacho, I'm sorry, he's been starting all these games, and I get the gaffer. That's why I had to give you guys a public service announcement like before that. Look, I'm not a gaffer, and by no means am I trying to shit on the gaffer. I'm not there. I'm not seeing training. I just saw them fooling around in the things on, nothing else. I'm not in Manchester. But the football, I see football. Like, I watch football. Like, and I'm not a fucking fool. Like, you will not insult my intelligence. Garnacho is fucking up. He scores one goal after 25 opportunities, 25 shots. Like, and we're saying that this is the team that's supposed to take us to the promised land. Like, these are the players. No. Garnacho needs 15 attempts or opportunities for him to score one freaking goal, for him to provide one freaking assist. Is that good enough for you? You look at Rasmus Højlund. Rasmus Højlund is always fighting, always screaming. I think even in the past game, I don't know who he was shouting at. Must have been Garnacho. Was it Garnacho or Dogo? I forgot. But he let it rip because they're not passing. I'm sorry, Garnacho has got this weird tendencies of not passing. He's not Yamal. He's not like, and people think that we're hating, and we're not hating. This is just calling a spade, saying things as they are. Garnacho has not, in fact, can I just say this? Garnacho has not peaked. The way he's playing is actually showing that he's still in that immature phase. Like he will get there. He might peak at 25, might be 26, it might be 27, might be his prime. But right now he's 20, 21, 22. How many years are we going to wait for Garnacho to give us the end product? It's unbecoming. It's unbecoming, and then we complain. And the gaffer says something that's very important. He was asked again about this situation with the goals. Rasmus Højlund, Chido Obi. What is it that is? What's going on? What's the drought all about? What's happening? There's no sun. There's no sunshine. There's no rain. The drought is for real. What's going on? And the gaffer pretty much said, look, this situation is not isolated. It's not isolated just to the forwards. It's a collective thing, and I completely understand that. And then he talked about something along the lines of providing for the strikers and finding. And then he said the team needs to improve to allow for these guys to score. These guys need to do more. They shouldn't just be chilling and like, you know. He said it, and I sat there and I'm thinking to myself like, yeah, no, some of these players they really take a piss. Really, I've seen Delit take shits so big. You know what I'm saying? Like just people fucking about. And this is not supposed to be a rant. I'm just saying, look, am I the only one that's seeing that Garnacho deserves to be benched? Not that he shouldn't play, not that he shouldn't start, but I think based on the performances, he deserves to eat the bench a bit. Somebody starting, and then he comes off the bench. I swear, go back to the beginning of Garnacho's career, not when he was an academy, when he broke into the first team. Look at his cameos as a substitute. Look at his cameos when he starts. Please, this is not this is just a personal thing. It's just for you. Like, just go and see for yourself and see if I'm tripping. See if I'm tripping. See if Garnacho is not impactful coming off the bench than starting. I think he's more impactful coming off the bench. I really do. Him starting is now him coming off the bench. Also, you probably need to give him a little bit of time to maybe bring him up at 15 minutes, like 15 minutes left, 20, so he can get some running in because he likes to run and take on players. But Garnacho is good coming off the bench, which is why he doesn't start for my team. He's actually, in a very strange way, like a secret weapon, if you ask me. But we are not going to start with, I know he's going to start. I know it. Kobbie Mainoo, in as much as I would want him to start in that number 10 position, I don't know. Kobbie in that midfield, well, I don't know how you guys are looking at Kobbie and how he plays. And I don't know if you guys have made your own conclusions about the kind of player that Kobbie is. His player profile. And Kobbie is a street footballer. He brings his street football into the big pitch. He does. And it's very tricky to find a position for a player like that. It's very hard. I know you guys think Kobbie Mainoo is a midfielder, and he might be. He might be. He might be a cam. He might be a defensive midfielder. He might be a box-to-box. He might be a Mazella. He might be a ball winner. He might be. He might be a number 10. He might be that 8. But you look at the way Kobbie plays. Kobbie plays like he's in the streets. He does, like his skill set, he can do whatever he can do anywhere on the pitch. I don't know if that makes any sense. He can dribble you, he can pass you, he can take on a player anywhere on the pitch. Now, my issue is where? This is the issue that I have. I don't know where Kobbie Mainoo's position is. You guys can come here and say that, no, this guy is a midfielder. But you look at him in that midfield, he looks like he's out of his depth. I'm telling you, look at Kobbie Mainoo in that midfield. It looks, maybe he's not fit. And I'll probably eat and swallow my words. And I'm ready to do that. But the more and more I deep Kobbie Mainoo, the more I'm confused. The more I'm like, bro, do you want to be a number 10 or what? Because you are actually more effective in and around the box. Like Kobbie Mainoo, I don't know, he's got that sauce in and around that box. He knows how to manipulate. He knows how to find that killer. Yeah, we know it. But what is that? We are already bringing a lot of players in that position. There's Bruno already. Garnacho's there. Cunha is coming there. Mount is there. Xerxes is there. You know, like even Ericsson can be there, but I mean, we deploy him deeper. But you know what I'm saying? There's so many players that now want to put that there. Ahmad is there. Like, yo. So what is Kobe Mainoo's thing? Like, I'm still figuring out. I am. I'm going to keep on watching him. But I don't think I don't think we all know what his real position is, his favorite position. I don't think Kobe Mainoo himself knows his favorite position. Because Kobe behaves like a street baller. I'm sorry, like, check it out. The way he plays, the way he moves, the way he manipulates the ball, that's a street baller. He's bringing all the attributes of street football into this. Now, maybe it's not completely all street football, but I swear to you, tell me, please. I can't wait for the comments. Please drop in the comments. What position does Kobe Mainoo play? What is he really? What is he? Now, there's something that I also wanted to talk to you about. Oh, sorry. Kobe Mainoo there instead of Garnacho, and then Rasmus Højlund. Now, Rasmus Højlund, this is the saddest thing that I'm going to say, and I can't believe I'm even saying it, because it just shows how the mighty are fallen. And I'm not even saying he's a mighty or whatever, but you know, it's just like, you know, Rasmus is our only striker. That's the only reason why he's playing. He's the only fit striker. I think if Xerxes fit in this game, Rasmus Højlund doesn't play. He doesn't. I mean, he plays off the, like, yeah, you know, I get it. I understand. We need to support our players. You know, we're talking about Rasmus Højlund, that he creates opportunities for other players to score. He drags defenders, you know, and players away so that he can create openings for players. I get all of that, but himself, when he gets that first touch, when he's turning and stuff, there's just a lot that goes wrong. A lot that goes wrong. And it's like, so what do we do there? So Rasmus is there. We don't have Chido because he's not registered, but Chido is with the squad because I saw the squad. So Chido is there. So I don't understand that. I kind of do, but I don't. But it's fine. That's a story for another day. Another thing that I wanted to talk about, or Bruno's comments about the Europa League. So they were asking him, like, what's up with this Europa? Is this going to be a banger if you win the Europa? Like, does this mean like you guys have had a successful season? And Bruno basically said, no, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say it is a reward. I think it's just a success. It's just successful in terms of the Europa League. It is important to do that. It gets silverware. It gets us silverware this season. And that is very important for them to do. However, it does not hide away from the big problems. Even Ruben Amorim said it. It's like, yeah, man, like, there are bigger issues. There are issues. We're not scoring goals. We are not working in tandem in that final third. It's just weirdness. So there is shit happening. You understand? There's shit happening. It's just, So he was like, look, and Bruno is 100% correct. Our season this season has not been good. It started off shaky. Erik ten Hag got sacked. Ruben came in. We had a wink of happiness and sort of good feel. And then it was just being a roller coaster, you know? It's like, you know, when you're getting ready for war or something, every day you put on your plate and stuff, like helmet. That's how it was. Like, we were going to battle every day. Yes, these players, did they play a huge role in us being where we are? 100%. These guys couldn't be asked. These guys were so used to the old regime where if they don't train, if they don't go to, like, if they don't comply, nothing will be done. You know, they were so used to just getting a little tap on the bum, like, yeah, just go on about your day. Go. Sick. We don't care. Like, there was just nonsense happening at Manchester United. Nonsense. Player power is what we call it. Player power. Player power where the player sacked the manager. Yeah. That's what was at Manchester United. So you can imagine we had to deal with a lot of bullshit. Nonsense. Rashford here, this, that, Sancho. This team. When I think about Manchester United, what we've been through in the past 1.5 years. Like, I'm even surprised I'm still alive as a Man United fan. I am. I'm still surprised. Man, I'm still happy. But this is the thing that we're talking about. It won't be a successful season. Even if we win this Europa, yes, it will take us into the Champions League. Yes, it is going to bring some sort of revenue to us because we need the money and we'll be able to spend. It's going to help. However, it is not going to hide the mass or the zit or the pimple that is sitting right there on the cheek of Old Trafford. You know what I'm saying? These players, people need to go. The team needs to be shaped. You know, players need to come in. You know, we need to check inventory. You're not scoring. How many goals did you score? Last season, you played how many games? 52 or 57. How many goals did you score? 6. Really, dog? And you are a winger striker. You really want to be here? Like, you really want to be? Nah. The numbers, like the numbers this season, they are sackable. Like, these things are like cutting bonus, you know, like reduce the salary, kind of like the nonsense that these players have done, not scoring and not putting us where they are, where we should be. They need a severe punishment. They need to understand the gravity of them not putting in a shift, because that's what they were doing. They were not putting in a shift. We saw it. We cannot sit here and lie. Like, no, these players were, that game against Liverpool, Old Trafford, 3-0. These players couldn't be asked. The one where Casemiro kept being beaten, and then eventually he lost his spot because of that. Casemiro was not fit. There's been so much weirdness with our squad. So yeah, that's, for me, Ghana bench, and then hey, they will take it from there. I thought I wanted to bring this thing up because I thought it was I don't know, it made me look again. It made me give a second look. And Tom Heaton is looking to sign a new contract, a 1-year deal or something like that with Manchester United. What happened? Now this comes in when we're talking about goalkeepers. People are like, yo, this guy Amorim needs a goalkeeper, because we don't trust Onana. So what's this story? Tom Heaton was supposed to be leaving at the end of the season. Tom Heaton, he was amongst the players. He's amongst that roster of players, free agents and shit that are bouncing. The Lindelofs, the Eriksens, the Evans, you know what I'm saying? Those players, adios, bye. He's in that category. He was in that category. In fact, amongst the 10 players or 11 players, that he was the guy that was supposed to lead. Because, and mind you, Tom Heaton has been a faithful servant for us. Every time he has come on to do a job, he's done stellar. And we're not going to sit here and just, you know. But I thought that this was interesting because it just made me think, if Tom Heaton is going to stay another year, then surely it means that Manchester United are not looking to bring in a goalkeeper. It means the goalkeeper debate topic has been put on hold for now. Is that what we want? Is that what Ruben Amorim wants? I don't know. But then it looks like Tom Heaton could be staying another year, just 1 year extension at Manchester United. And then last but not least, Amadou Kone. Manchester United and Liverpool are looking at this player. I mean, plays for Stade Reims, striker. He's worth 20 million, you know. Manchester United, he's big, he's strong, he's powerful. Striker. Are Manchester United really going to pull this trigger? I don't know. I saw this story, I looked at it, I even gave it that, you know, and I'm still waiting to see Wagwan, because I think we are looking for a striker. Or are we not? Or not? We are? Yokeres? I don't know. Thank you, everybody, for listening to the Glory Reds podcast. It's your boy, Don Benito, and I'm out. Peace.